In the damp, freezing dungeon, a woman covered in wounds, her hair matted and her face filthy, clutched the iron bars tightly and shouted coldly at the prison guards drinking and gambling not far away. "Let me out." Interrupted mid-game, the guards turned displeased, sneering mockingly. "Still dreaming of getting out? Keep dreaming. Do you really think you're still the legitimate princess consort of the prince's residence? The National Preceptor has said it, whether you and Xiao Lihan confess or not, you'll still be sentenced to death by 1,000 cuts." At the mention of Xiao Lihan, Ji Yunlan's heart twisted in agony, as if it were being brutally wrenched apart. Her fingers dug into the iron bars as she screamed hoarsely. "You're lying. The prince did not collude with the enemy or betray the country. He didn't. It's the National Preceptor who framed us." Pfft. A woman's mocking laugh came from the doorway. "Elder sister is talking nonsense again. How could the National Preceptor possibly frame you?" As the voice fell, a stunning woman in a water-blue silk gown walked in gracefully. With a single glance from her, the guards immediately bowed and scraped, opened the cell door, and withdrew. The instant Ji Yunlan heard that voice, her eyes widened in excitement. Yufei had come to save her. But when she saw what followed behind her, her entire body jolted violently. Two guards dragged along a ragged prisoner whose body had been whipped until not a single patch of flesh was intact. They opened the cell door and threw him inside. Ji Yunlan crawled over quickly and gathered the man into her arms. The once formidable and awe-inspiring Xiao Lihan had been tortured beyond recognition. Tears streamed down Ji Yunlan's face as her heart shattered. It was all her fault. She had dragged him down with her. Her eyes filled with seething hatred as she glared at the approaching woman, veins bulging as she roared. "Ji Yufei, what did you do to Xiao Lihan? He's a prince and your brother-in-law. How dare you treat him like this?" "Why wouldn't I dare?" Ji Yufei curled her lips into a cold smile, looking at Ji Yunlan and Xiao Lihan with immense satisfaction. "As long as you die, I can become the National Preceptor's wife. Once he has no enemies, he can cover the sky with one hand. The empire will be ours. Why wouldn't I dare?" Ji Yunlan's eyes flew open, dread flooding her heart. What? What do you mean?" Looking down at her, Ji Yufei sneered with a smile full of contempt. "What do I mean? My dear sister, you're truly too naive. Do you think those letters of treason just appeared in your household by themselves? You and Xiao Lihan were simply too much in the way. So, sister, I had no choice but to send you both on your final journey." Ji Yunlan felt as if she'd been struck by lightning. She stared at Ji Yufei in disbelief, grinding her teeth as she demanded. "You actually helped outsiders harm your own biological sister. Ji Yufei, are you even human?" "Ha ha. Ji Yunlan, you're truly stupid. Do you still think I'm your real sister even now? If Linger knew this in the afterlife, how heartbroken she'd be, ha ha." "What did you say?" "Ji Yufei, what did you say?" Linger, who had grown up abused by concubine Lu, forced to marry a 50-year-old brute, and beaten to death, she was. Ji Yunlan's face turned deathly pale. Her entire body trembled, whether from rage or pain she couldn't tell. Blood seeped from the wounds on her exposed fingers. She dared not imagine if Linger was her real sister, then Ji Yufei was actually concubine Lu's. "Haha, that's right. Linger was your biological sister." You watched helplessly as Ji Ruoling died. Ji Yufei cruelly tore open the truth, saying with extreme delight, "Now it's time for your family of 3 to reunite on the road to the underworld." At the words family of 3, Ji Yunlan's face drained of all color. Her lips trembled as she asked, "What do you mean by family of 3? As if she had teased her enough, Ji Yufei straightened her expression and laughed coldly. "Elder sister, aren't you highly skilled in medicine? Don't tell me you didn't know you've been pregnant for 2 months already." Ji Yunlan's mind exploded. Her thoughts went completely blank. She was pregnant. She immediately took her own pulse, then her expression changed instantly. Ji Yufei was telling the truth. She tightened her hold around Xiao Lihan, resting her forehead against his as she sobbed softly. "I'm sorry. I'm the one who ruined you." "How touching, my dear sister." Ji Yufei looked at them with venomous eyes, then signaled to the guards beside her. They stepped forward and tore the two apart. Ji Yufei, what else do you want to do? Restrained by two guards, Ji Yunlan lifted her head and shouted at Ji Yufei. Of course I want you, Dad. Ji Yufei walked up to her, pulled out a packet of pills, pried open Ji Yunlan's jaw, and stuffed them into her mouth, clamping her hand over it so she couldn't spit them out. Leaning close to Ji Yunlan's ear, Ji Yufei whispered, Elder sister, I've actually treated you very well. I know you've always loved Xiao Han, so today I came especially to send you off together, so your family of three can reunite on the road to the underworld. Maybe you'll even meet your real sisterlinger. This myriad insects-devouring poison is just a small farewell gift from me to you and my little nephew. Don't rush, wait a moment. I'll personally send Xiao Han down to join you. Held down and unable to struggle, Ji Yunlan could only let out muffled, agonized sobs, her eyes blood-red as she stared at Ji Yufei with murderous hatred. Seeing that look filled Ji Yufei with indescribable pleasure. She released her grip, stood up, and burst into laughter. Ji Yufei, you beast, ah. Suddenly, a sharp pain tore through Ji Yunlan's abdomen, as if something were falling out. How could she not know what that meant? Her scarred face was contorted in agony as her flesh began to melt into bloody sludge under the terrifying poison. In the last fragments of consciousness, Ji Yunlan saw Ji Yufei force the pills into Xiao Han's mouth. His body convulsed violently, then began to rot and dissolve just like hers. Clutching her own throat in agony, Ji Yunlan stared at Ji Yufei with overwhelming hatred and cursed hoarsely. Ji Yufei, you will die a horrible death. Even as a ghost, I will never let you go. I curse you to die a miserable death.